negative. For example, there was a show on Channel 5 where it was really gang related and the things that they were doing were negative. And BYA is one of the only organisations which talk about positivity with the black youth, and I just wanted to get involved in that.
Yeah, so how long have you been involved?
Well, since Kay came to the meeting, really. So.
Right, so she dragged you into it, but you found it useful, so you've learned a lot about some of the great things that black young people are doing, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and the same for you, Shannon?
Yes,
Rebecca,
same for me as well. I feel like there's a lot of negativity that goes towards a lot of black youth, so I feel like this is a good opportunity for a lot of black young people to come together and show positive stuff.
So you're involved in the organisation of this, are you?
Yeah, also, yeah.
Okay, so what will you be doing on the evening itself?
We're just going to be helping out with the event, really, so showing people to their seats, helping out with backstage, and yeah, just really helping out overall.
Yeah, okay. And Kay, how long have you been involved?
Okay, so if I give a bit of background, a bit of context to what BYA Awards is actually about.
That'd be great.
It's something that I founded in 2008, basically to challenge and counteract the negative stereotype based around young black people within the UK. I come from a background of education and personal development, also having children myself, family, etc. So seeing young people firsthand and seeing how they were not positively represented within the media prompted me to actually want to do something to challenge that. And that's simply how BYA Awards was born. It was February the 12th, 2008, 3 a.m. in the morning. I said, right, I just woke up just with this idea of wanting to do something. Like you do.
Yeah.
And as quick as that thought came to me, or that vision, or that purpose in the middle of the night, from there I just went about finding out if there were any other platforms of recognition like this, who else was doing the same thing, rather than, you know, trying to come in and do something that already existed. But upon further research, there wasn't actually anything on this scale, because this is a national platform of recognition. It's not just for London.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
so it's national. I created a very big task for myself.
Yeah.
It's got 14 different categories where young people up to the age of 25 can be recognised. It doesn't just focus on sport, it doesn't just focus on music, which is where a lot of young people, and particularly black youth, seem to be categorised and pigeonholed and put into that box.
Yeah.
So we have 14 different categories, which includes business and enterprise, community, international champion, which is for people that may have set up a cause or a campaign within the UK, but to help and assist overseas. So that's international champion. There's resilience, which recognises young people who are in care or care leavers, but it's just actually been extended. Resilience is for all young people that have demonstrated that ability to overcome really serious challenges and barriers in their life, and show that resilience of always wanting to strive and do more. So that people can check out what the categories are on bya-awards.com, because I don't want to go through all the 14 different categories.
Give me an example of, say, one of the winners from last year.
So the last one we actually did was 2014. I didn't do one last year, literally because it got so much for me, and I was doing 99% of the work by myself. I just thought, I just cannot manage it anymore. So there wasn't one last year, but in 2014, who did we have there? I could talk about a lady named Tox, and she won in the STEM category, which is science, technology, engineering and maths.
Yeah.
So for a young black female to actually be recognised in the field, which is dominated by basically white males. So for her, she was one of 4. She's a quadruplet, and they all graduated from Warwick University within the STEM field, all with first and all on the same day. Wow. So she then went on, I believe, to work for Google in Northern Ireland and all these different, you know, large corporate organisations. Yeah. So somebody like that is a great influence for other people to look and see somebody that looks like her, but hold on, you're in STEM, you're in engineering, or you know, you're designing aeroplanes, things like this. So the BYA Awards really is about creating those positive visual representations for young people to look to and aspire to be like, and to understand that there are opportunities, there are doors. Not everything is closed to you. It will take hard work, determination, it will take resilience, it will take for you to understand that there's always going to be barriers in life, regardless of your skin colour, regardless of your you know, socioeconomic status, regardless of where you live. But if you have that desire and that passion and that willingness to push through, you can achieve. And you're going to come up against barriers, but understand that the power is actually within you to overcome those. So there's, you know, the BYA Awards is more than just a really great event on the day. It's about personal development. It's about demonstrating that we can provide opportunities to young people, but you've got to be open to actually receiving those as well.
So has it grown from being just, I mean, not just an awards, because it's a really important award, but has it grown into something much bigger than that now, with a lot of other things happening the rest of the year?
Yeah, it's much bigger than I ever imagined it would be in the beginning. I mean, when I started it, I had no background in events management, no background in business management. It was just that purpose and that passion and that understanding of the detrimental effect that negative stereotypes can have, not just on the group themselves, but wider society. So if you've had a negative first-hand experience of a particular group, you are then going to, in a way, be conditioned to see that group in the same way all the time. So for me, it's not just about black youth being recognised, it's for wider society to have a positive experience of black youth as well. Because as Shannon said about Gangland, that representation of black youth, if you see that, if you watch that, and if that is reinforced all the time through newspapers, through videos, through films, etc., that is what you're going to believe that young black people are actually about. Whereas that is just the minority. Yeah. So BYA Awards, it has grown in the sense that we started off with 7 categories and now we've got 14. It's grown in the sense that there's a much higher demand in a way for people to participate in this kind of event. You know, to become involved, and it's a lot of work for one person, which is me. But this year, this year I've been fortunate enough because we were scheduled to have the event on the 16th of July this year. But again, I cancelled it because I'm like, I can't manage it. And literally when I cancelled it, you know, a lot of people came forward and said, no, we need this. It's really, really important that we have something like this representing. So, you know, along with the youth group, there's a number of other people that are now working and supporting me in making sure that the 26th of November goes ahead this year, and now we can, you know, strategise and look at a bigger 10-year plan of how we're going to positively influence and impact within society.
And it's funded by sponsors, business sponsors?
Yeah, it's not funded by anybody,
okay.
So each year I have the huge task of seeking sponsorship and raising funds, etc. Each category needs a sponsor, so there are sponsorship opportunities available for people. There's sponsorship, literally it starts from £20 upwards, so it's affordable for everybody. There's something called the BYA supporter, that if an individual wants to help towards the organising and the hosting of the event, because all the funds go into the day, nobody gets paid from this, it is a not-for-profit event.
Sure, yeah.
But you know, somebody can donate £20, £50 or £100 as a BYA supporter, or you know, if you have a business, you can sponsor a category which is just £500, and you get all the branding and marketing that goes alongside that. But those details again are on the website, which is bya-awards.com.
And you are looking for nominations. They're closing soon.
We've got 1 week left for nominations. They close on Friday the 16th of September at 6 p.m. All the details are on the website, but nominations are currently open. And we really encourage everybody to go and take a look at the website. Take and have a think about which young person that you feel should be recognised for their achievements to date. But also it's helping to motivate that person, and it's helping to show that, okay, what you've done, it is worthy, it is valued, I am proud of you, I want you to be recognised. And then, you know, buy a ticket to come along to the event and bring your children, bring your 2-year-olds, your 3-year-olds, because the more that positive images can be reinforced into somebody, the younger that they are, the more likely they're able to grow up to be a more balanced and well-rounded adult, and not have to go through kind of like that dip and that down road to then have to come out of it the other side. So we want to reinforce that positive message to young people as early as possible. So it's a really great family event to come along to.
Fantastic. And Rebecca and Shannon, you looking forward to the event?
Yes.
Have you nominated anyone yourselves?
Not yet, but I helped with, I suggested someone to perform there.
Okay.
So yeah, I haven't nominated yet.
All right, but there's time. And
Yeah.
do you tell all your friends about it as well?
Yeah, we've been handing out these leaflets that we have to different people to promote it. So
Yeah. Okay, but it's something really good to be involved with, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you enjoy it. That's really good. Well, we wish you all well. Hope it goes amazingly well. Maybe have you back in afterwards. You can tell us how it went.
That would be really good, and
Yeah.
maybe some of the winners who might be local to the radio station
Definitely.
could come in and they can talk about their first-hand experience
Yeah.
of going through the nomination process and being there on the day, because it's not just about winning the trophy, which is a really good trophy,
Yeah.
but it is just being part of that whole experience and being around other like-minded people and just being in that positive that vibe.
Yeah.
When you're around negativity, it drains you, it draws you down.
Exactly.
But the opposite of being around something positive can really uplift and motivate you, and just think, actually, that person that I saw up on the stage and they're doing X, Y, and Z, I want to do that. I now want to find out, how can I be doing that as well? So that's what BYA Awards is about.
And as soon as I saw the website, I recognised 3 faces there straight away.
That's really
It was
good.
Local East Londoners. So East London, we can do it. We need to get East London on the map as well.
Definitely.
Lots of positivity about East London.
Definitely.
Thanks so much for coming in, and wish you well. That website again, it's bya-awards.com.
That's right.
Find out all about it there. And the big night is Saturday the 26th of November at I never know how to say this, the
See Me.
I know where it is, it's just off the A13
Yeah.
Rainham. I do know it. The nominations closing 6 o'clock next Friday the
Next
16th.
Friday.
So
Yes.
get your
Please
nominations
nominate
in.
and please support, and just check out the website. If there's any questions, you can call me on 07415 874 770. Follow us on social media. Just look for BYA Awards on Facebook it's bya.uk, and on Twitter it's BYA Movement, and on Instagram it's BYA_awards 2016.
You remembered them all. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Well, thanks to Kay, Rebecca and Shannon for coming in today, and for Jane for organising it, who's at the back there. And Jane's suggestion of song we should play now, Bob and Marcia, and To Be Young, Gifted and Black. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.
That's good.